Good morning, day 92. So today I am going to go take a self-defense course. So I think it's important for all of us to learn some survival skills. You never know in this day and age what's going to be coming down the road. So that's what I'm doing today. That is a loud coffee pot. So I think it's important, along with some food prep, some prep for heat, if you live in a cold climate, for lighting, all those things are important. But it's really important also to learn how to defend yourself. Even if you're older, it doesn't matter. Now, I took martial arts for years, and I got to the point where I got a second-degree brown belt. But then I had to let it go because I went to nursing school, and that took up all my time, and I couldn't practice. And then life happened, and you get a job, and I mean, I've had jobs most of my life, but more than one job, and so I just had to let it go. But I still remember a lot of the things that I learned, and after a while, if you practice as much as I did, it becomes innate. But even as an older person, if you're just getting started, I think it's important to at least take a couple of self-defense classes, because you never know. You might find yourself in a situation that's nefarious, and you want to at least survive the whatever you want to call it, the attack or the situation. So I think it's important for us to all learn some survival skills, and that includes cooking outside, maybe a little foraging. I'd like to take a foraging class and just learn some of the plants that are edible. If for nothing else, it might be fun. So that's what I'm doing today, just adding on and building on to some survival skills. The old timers back in, the 1800s, early 1900s, they all had survival skills. And I think a lot of us have gotten complacent with just thinking that everything is going to be okay, and it probably will be, but it's better to err on the side of caution. That's just my opinion. If you don't feel the same, that's okay. You can let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are. So I'm going to go and get dressed and go to my class, and then I'm going to come home and have some breakfast. So I'll be back in a little while. All right, well, I stopped at the store today, and I did buy a couple things, but I'm going to redo my kitchen shelving. So, and this is something I've been looking for. So I actually bought, it was a really good price, and I'm putting up open shelving, but I have a lot of little measuring spoons and little functional cooking utensils that I have on those shelves. So I got 4 of these, and I'm going to put these on top of the shelves that I'm doing, and they're little drawers, and they're just perfect for measuring spoons and things like that. So I got 4 of these. I don't know if I'll need 4, but whenever I find little things with cubbies like this, I usually pick them up because it makes things look a little neater. And these you can actually put right on the wall, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to set these on top of the shelves that I'm going to be putting up in the kitchen. So another thing that I bought were these yellow onions. I still have some from last year that are kind of looking pretty dry. I tried planting these last year and it was a total bomb, but I'm going to try it again. So, and these were $2.49. So the shelving cubbies were $23.96 for 4 of them. Do you ever go to the store and then you come home and you put things away and then you go about your business and then you look at your receipt and you get closeouts on there? And Mark's is good for just putting closeouts. And then you're racking your brain about what closeout did I buy? That's not a good sign. Anyway, I'm here in my living room and I have a juicer that I want one of my kids to take. They might not, I don't know. But the thing's like brand new, so it's one of the things I'm purging. And then I'm still working on this little side table over here. But I did redo this gallery wall. I took some of the pictures off of there and hung them other places. I love having pictures of my loved ones where I am because it makes me feel closer to them. So anyway, I went and took my self-defense class and it was a lot of fun. I'm going to go again next week and practice a little bit more. So that'll get me out of the house and doing something that is productive. So I'm going to be doing that, and I actually had brunch with my grandson this morning. So I took him to Subway. He likes Subway. And I had a veggie Subway, and it was good. So that's what I did earlier today for my brunch. But I am going to make some dinner here, and I'll take you to my refrigerator in just a few minutes. But I wanted to share with you what I bought, and hopefully it'll work out the way I have it in my head. That doesn't always work, but you know, sometimes you get a vision of something and you think, oh, that's just going to look great. And then you put it up and you think, no, not so much. But hey, what can I say? We got to try, right? All right, I'll be back in a few minutes with what I'm going to have for dinner. All right, dinner day 92. So let's see what we've got going on. I know I have to eat some of these leftovers. So I still have some frittata, but I don't want that for dinner. I have a little bit of hummus here. Don't want that either. Okay, I still have some vegan corned beef. I think I'll have that. That needs to go. And this cheddar cheese needs to go. But I'm not going to make a Reuben. I think I'm just going to make like a toasted cheese with some vegan meat. All right, and then I still have this delicious marble rye. I'm going to have some of that. And for a dessert, I'm going to have some of my vanilla yogurt with some grapes. And I'm not in the mood for a salad. So I think I'm going to call that good. I might have an apple or an orange, but I'm not sure. Okay, I will meet you at the stove. All right, well, I'm going to just put this in my little frying pan. This is it on the cheddar cheese. Well, I have more that came in my Aldi's pack, but This is cheese I bought actually last month. So I'm finishing that up. And then I'm just going to put some of this seitan on here. And this was good. I still have more in the freezer. But we'll eat this today in honor of St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. All right. So, have you guys ever taken a self-defense class? If you have, let me know in the comments below and what kind you took. Let's see. Okay, that goes this way. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I feel like I learned something. Like I said, I had taken martial arts for years. But, you know, as you get older, you get rusty. But I'm always amazed at, every once in a while, something will happen, and the muscle memory reflexes are still there. So they say muscles have memory, and I believe that they do. All right, I'm going to just cook this up until it melts. I'm going to cover it a little bit. Oh, my kitchen helpers are underfoot as usual. It's like I can't go to the bathroom by myself, but you guys that have dogs, you know how that goes. Yep, they're like little 3-year-old kids. They're always following you around. Okay, well, more chia seed berry jam and some cinnamon sugar. And I already put vanilla and some sweetener in my homemade yogurt. This yogurt is really good, you guys. It's very creamy. Much more creamy than dairy yogurt, I'd say. And it's very filling because it's made with oats, so it's also good for your heart. But I don't want too much because I have this big sandwich, and honestly, the Subway filled me up. I only had the 6-inch, but still, it keeps me pretty full. So, okay, I'm going to put a little bit of my jam in there. This jam was really easy to make. Have you guys ever made freezer jam with chia seeds? Chia seeds can be used as an egg replacer too, in case you didn't know that. It thickens things up, and I've made other yogurts before and they turned out too thin, and I blitzed them up with some chia seeds and it thickened it up. But the thing that I like about this yogurt is it doesn't separate like a lot of the plant milk yogurts that you make yourself. So, alright, there we go. I'm going to put a few grapes in there, and these grapes were good this time. So I'm working my way through the produce. When I buy produce and have a produce haul, I always try and use that up before I use any freezer food, because I don't like to waste anything. And I wasn't always this frugal. In fact, I wasn't frugal at all because I had a reasonable income. But it's a learning experience when you downsize your monthly income. So I'm going to put some cinnamon sugar on here too. That was really good last time. Alright, and then that'll be dessert. And it's healthy. So I still have another big jar of yogurt, so I need to start eating it. So I'll be back when my sandwich is done, and nothing epic for dinner tonight. Next week, oh, gotta step over dogs. Next week, I kind of plan on doing more freezer cooking instead of pantry. I'll do pantry too, but I'm getting some leftovers in the freezer that I want to get rid of. I don't have a ton in there, but I don't want to start filling up the freezer just yet. Now, I'm not cooking down all my freezer food. For those of you that don't know, that are new here, I have another whole freezer full of food at my mother's house. She had an extra freezer that she wasn't using because my 43-year-old freezer that I had in the garage finally died. So I'm very happy that she had a space where I could put all my food. So my plan is to shop that freezer once this freezer gets cooked down more. I still have a lot of tofu, a lot of fruit. I still have veggies in there, so that all needs to be eaten down. But if you look at my first day when I started this freezer cook down, there's a big difference between how it looked then and how it looks now. So anyway, I'll be back when I get this plated up. Okay, so here we have it, dinner day 92, very simple. Seitan corned beef with sharp cheddar, a few chips, and my yogurt. So there we have it, very simple. All right, my friends, I know that looks burned, but it's just the dark rye, it's not burned. All right, my friends, I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself, be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.